Hello, I am Tamara Jackson Gatewood, Director of Lending at Michigan Women Forward, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 13th annual WomanUp and Pitch Business Plan and Pitch Competition in Southeast Michigan. These competitions are held throughout the state all throughout March and April. Back in October, over 150 women submitted a business concept paper with their application to the competition. With the help of our volunteer reviewers, we narrowed it down to 50 finalists across the state, 9 of whom are pitching tonight in the Southeast Michigan region. Before we jump into the pitches, I want to take a moment for our esteemed judges to introduce themselves. First, we have Elizabeth Black, Audit Senior Manager at Deloitte, Lauren Brosh, Community Affairs Manager for Macomb and St. Clair Counties at Consumers Energy, and Beth Correa, Executive Vice President, Director of Corporate Responsibility with Flagstar Bank. Hello, judges.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Oh, thank you, judges, for being with us. The judges have already reviewed each of the finalist business plans, which account for 60% of the final score. And in less than a minute, we will hear the pitches, which accounts for 40% of the score. Each finalist will have exactly 3 minutes to pitch and up to 5 minutes for the judges to ask questions. Judges, are you ready?
We're ready.
We're ready.
All right,
Let's do it.
Let's get started.
Let's go.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tamara, for that wonderful intro. We're going to let you go. We'll talk to you a little bit later. Thank you. Okay. Judges, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Gabe Silver. Hey, Gabe. Gabe is our esteemed timer, and he's been doing such a great job the last couple of competitions that we decided to ask him again. So, Gabe, welcome back. And as Tamara was saying, we do have 9 finalists who will be pitching this evening. So we're going to start with the startup category, 5 individuals pitching in that category. And then we will take a short break, go into the established category where 4 people will be pitching. Now, I always get, I feel like in the first couple of pitches, we get the question from the audience, when is the audience choice vote? That will happen after everybody is done pitching. We've got a QR code and a link for you to click to go ahead and cast your vote, but that is after everybody is done pitching. Now, what does the audience choice winner receive? They get $1,000. So you're going to want to stick around to be able to cast your vote for that winner a little bit later. So just a quick reminder, it is a 3-minute pitch. If need be, Gabe will cut off the finalists at 3 minutes and they may finish their sentence, and then we'll go up to 5 minutes for the judges to ask some questions. So enough of me talking. We want to get started. You want to hear from the first finalist. I know it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in Faith Fells with Nurtured. Hi, Faith. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm great. How are you?
Well, we can hear you, so that's always a really great start to the evening. So you have some slides for us. I'm going to go ahead and pull those in. Faith, how this works is Gabe, our timer, has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that clock will start. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence after that. Our judges have some questions for you. So Faith, are you ready to kick us off strong this evening with the pitches?
I'm ready.
Great. Go ahead. Give yourself a moment to collect your thoughts. Once you start talking, that timer will begin. Good luck.
Did you all know that heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States? I definitely didn't. But it's so devastating that every 33 seconds, someone dies. And in Detroit, people are 2.5 times more likely to die from heart disease due to preventable causes. That was the reality for my father, Cleveland. At just 45 years old, he left behind a wife, 3 young daughters, and a community he cared deeply about. He is the inspiration behind my business, Nurtured. Hi, everybody. I'm Faith Fells, and I'm the founder of Nurtured. I'm on a mission to help people live stronger, longer, and healthier lives. For 10 years, I've worked at the intersections of education and community impact. I started my career as a high school teacher before venturing into nonprofit operations and program management. And these roles taught me a few things, like how to scale impact and how to meet people of varying needs. And I'm here to continue doing that work with Nurtured. I'm taking a holistic approach to wellness, focusing on 3 things: Pilates and movement, plants, which beautify our spaces and also purify our air, and provisions, which you can think of as food education, and tools to help you on your wellness journey. So after years of this idea just living in my head, I started to take the first steps. In 2023, I went through local incubator programs and validated that my idea was something people wanted and needed in the city of Detroit. Last year, I completed a 9-month Pilates instructor training program and also brought Pilates to people for the first time. Last year, I brought in $5,000 in revenue. And this year, I'm focusing on expanding that, both through private Pilates offerings, which I charge $70 for a 50-minute session. And I'm continuing to test our other offerings like plant care workshops or floral arranging bouquet workshops. All of this is in preparation to launch our physical space. It will be a one-stop shop for all things wellness. It'll be the city's first Pilates studio, plant shop, and cafe all in one. Once we've launched this space and can take on groups and additional offerings, we project bringing in $150,000. So tonight, I'm here to ask for your vote for first place in the $10,000 prize. That'll go towards equipment, hosting more pop-ups to test more of our ideas, and also marketing. I'd like to thank you again for your vote in advance and invite you to stay connected with us as we build Nurtured. Thank you.
Great job, Faith. Way to kick us off strong this evening. Gabe, how much time, if any, did she have left on the clock?
She had 10 seconds, so great start.
Right. Hey, way to go, Faith. All right, so now our judges have some questions for you. So Gabe's going to reset that timer to 5 minutes. And this round, we are going to start in the order of Beth, then Lauren, and then Elizabeth. So Beth, go ahead. Questions that you have for Faith. And then Lauren, once Beth is done, just feel free to take it away. And Elizabeth after Lauren.
Terrific. Thank you, Ellie. And very nice job, Faith. I appreciated reading your business plan and hearing your pitch. And I'm sorry you lost your father at such a young age. I know that can be very difficult. I just had a question about houseplants. I'm intrigued that you're incorporating that into your business plan.
Mhm.
Are you planning on selling the house plants, or what's the vision there, and how will that contribute to and help drive your business?
Yeah, so two things, both selling houseplants once we have the physical space, because I think inviting plants into your space is beautiful. It gives you something to care for. It improves our air quality. But in the meantime, as well, offering plant care services. So if people have plants and they're killing the plants, how do you bring those back to life? I think a lot of people, especially during the pandemic, they introduced plants into their homes. And then they realized they don't necessarily know how to take care of them, even though they like having them. So twofold, providing plant services and actually selling plants.
Terrific. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Faith. Congratulations on a great business proposal. I enjoyed reading it as well. I'm a big plant person. Everyone asked if I have animals or pets. I'm like, no, I have plants. So taking care of them has been challenging at times. So I'm learning. So I appreciate that part of the business plan. So my question actually isn't related to plants, but you talked about seeing a future brick and mortar space. And I was just curious about, where you envisioned that location and maybe how the location is going to impact your business.
Yeah, so I love that question. That is one of the things I'm most passionate about talking about. So I currently live in West Village in Detroit and grew up right down the street in Island View. My family has had ties in this area for over 60 years. And so this is where I would like to put my business. There's a lot of development happening in the area, both currently and slated development. And so I imagine this space contributing to the walkability of the space, of the area. People can come in both off the street, but also people will want to venture into the neighborhood, maybe for the first time, just to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Faith. I'll echo what Lauren and Beth said. This is a really energizing presentation, and I myself, my first high school job was at a greenhouse. So I have a passion for plants. I do Pilates. I enjoy cooking. So I was excited to read your proposal. A question more so on the provision side of things. Right now, is there anything that you're doing around provisions, or is that more so in the future when you get to that brick and mortar store and you can open up the cafe? If you could give a little clarity there, that would be helpful.
Yeah, so right now through the pop-up phase, I am looking forward to testing options like hosting dinner parties, events where people can come together around food, learning how to prepare food that is healthy for them, and even just bringing people together around food. I mean, I love doing that. I love cooking for people.
Sure.
And so how can I expand that? That's really what I'm looking at. Once we have that physical space, I would like to continue to build on that, offering, to-go items, dine in the cafe, but also, again, teaching really is what I love and enjoy doing. So how am I showing people how to incorporate healthy foods into their life?
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we still have a little bit of time if anyone has another question for Faith. Any last questions or comments? All right. Well, Faith, great job. Way to kick us off strong. We'll let you head back to the Zoom room and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
So that was Faith Fells with Nurture. Judges, I'll give you just a moment to add up your scores. Meanwhile, everyone out there watching on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and let us know in the comment section where you're watching from. I will say, to really impress me, you're going to have to beat Ireland, because we had that for the West Michigan competition. Somebody was actually watching from Ireland, so they were staying up really late, clearly. I'm sure they were supporting a finalist, but so yeah, go ahead and put in the comment section where you're watching from. Sometimes we get people from out of state, which is fun. We definitely get people from all over Michigan, so would love to see that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our next finalist. Up next, we have Jennifer German with Integrate Ed Inc. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Okay.
Good. Okay. I'm so glad the audio is working, because I know we were a little unsure yesterday during our test. So I had a note. I was like, it'll be great. Okay. So Jennifer, how this works, let me pull in your slides first. There we go. Okay. How this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that timer will start counting down. If need be, he will call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, we will go into some questions from the judges. Go ahead, Jennifer, take a deep breath. Let it out. Next time you start talking, that timer will start when you're ready.
Hello, my name is Jennifer German. I am the owner and founder of Integrate Ed. We are building an interactive, immersive, and integrated virtual learning game for medical students to help them more easily absorb anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. When I went to medical school, I learned firsthand why it is so hard for medical students. I made friends like Kate. She's a Gen Z digital native, and how she learned growing up does not match the current teaching strategy of medical schools. Kate didn't read the textbooks we were provided or engage in the passive lectures because all her schooling this far has been interactive. So as Kate progressed, she was struggling. She couldn't recall the previous lessons when needed, so nothing was connecting for her. She would lament to me that she thought she had learned the correct stuff and then wouldn't find out to the exam that she was wrong. But by then, medical school was on to the next subject. And it occurred to me that my having been a software developer for 19 years before I went to medical school meant I could create a solution for Kate and the other digital natives in our class to help them on their exams and in their futures as doctors. So, Integrate Ed. Our advisors are Eric Jacobson. He has 25 years experience helping startups. Dr. Catherine Ruger. She is our contact when we're ready for clinical trials. And Scott Flazar. He has 20 years experience building companies, products, and teams. We also have an anatomy review board to make sure the anatomy depicted in the game is accurate. So traction-wise, we have an MVP, or minimum viable product. This is a screenshot from it. We are currently on the Windows Store and in testing on Google Play, and we will be on the Apple App Store shortly. As you can see here, students are put inside an anatomically accurate 3D rendered human body to learn. This is designed to be interactive and immersive and to supplement their medical school classes. Looking at our markets long term, there are students in undergraduate anatomy and physiology classes. There are students applying to and attending graduate medical school education, so that's DO, MD, and PA. And of course, there's students in nursing programs. We are going to start our beachhead market with first-year medical students. Our initial revenue stream is to sell directly to the students. Then we enter clinical trials at MSU, and once the trials have proved efficacy of the game, then we can pivot and look to selling either bulk to schools directly or to partner with legacy medical school publishers as their modern tool and use their well-established channels. So I am asking today for $10,000 to help build out the MVP into the base game so we can sell it. What else would you like to know?
All right. Well done, Jennifer. Gabe, how much time, if any, did she have left?
She had just hit the timer as she was finishing that sentence, so perfect ending.
All right. Way to go, Jennifer. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull your slides down, and then our judges have some questions for you. So this round, we're going to start with Lauren and Elizabeth and then Beth. So Lauren, take it away.
Yep. Thank you. Hi, Jennifer. What a unique product. This is so innovative, and I've never seen anything like this, although I'm not really a gamer myself, but I found the product to be so innovative and really enjoyed reading through the proposal. So I was curious, because of it being so unique, at least to me, can you talk a little bit about any competitors in the market, or what that looks like? I'm totally clueless there, to be honest.
Absolutely. So, I mean, to start with, it's a video game, right? So most people will think our competitors are like, there's children's video games out there that teach anatomy, and there are, but they're often either inaccurate, just blatantly, or they're at elementary school level. And so we are verified higher education. We have the Anatomy Review Board. We're following the curriculum. So there's that. There is a lot of stuff out there. I mean, when I was in medical school, my friends and I, we used what are called interactive learning platforms to help us, but those are gamification. So those are leaderboards and daily streaks and things like that that try to motivate you externally to continue interacting with their site. The material itself is not interactive, right? It's just watching videos or taking quizzes, doing flashcards. So we immerse the student in the body. So that's our big distinguisher from there. And then there is one company out there that is building immersive game medical software. It's called Level X. They are building for professionals. So they have a cardiologist game. They have a gastroenterologist game. We are building for the students who need to learn the fundamentals.
Thank you.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. I echo again what Lauren said. This is such an interesting idea, and I can imagine it will be really beneficial. And I appreciate what you're saying about Gen Z. They've been learning in a different way, even than I have. One question that I had, I probably similar to Lauren, I don't really play video games. Would this be also accessible like via an app? Or it's only available right now on a video game platform?
That is a very good question. It's actually not available on video game platforms.
Okay.
So we are targeting what medical students already have in medical school. So laptops and tablets, the iPad, the Windows Surface, Samsung Galaxy Tab, those are the devices we are targeting so that there's no barrier to the students to be able to use the game by having to buy another device.
Got it. No, that's helpful. And I'll sneak in a quick other question. As far as the accuracy, the validity of all that information, it's very important.
Yes.
How is that being vetted? I know you referenced some anatomy textbooks, but just want a little bit more there.
Oh, so we actually have established an anatomy review board.
Okay.
There are 2 doctors from Michigan State University College of Osteopathic Medicine on it right now. And we're pacing about every quarter. They review what we've built and what we're doing to make sure it is correct.
Great. Thank you again. And wonderful idea.
Thank you.
Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for the presentation. And again, I'm really intrigued by the idea and how you came to it. I was just curious about, and I appreciate that you're really focused on medical students. Do you see that expanding into maybe high school students and AP classes at some point? And when do you think you'd be ready for that?
So, I mean, yes, eventually the expansion. We're starting with first-year medical students because first and second year medicine is what I know, right? That's what I've experienced. Our expected path is to then move into the nursing because that's very similar. I already have people calling me, talking to me, asking me for a EMT version, so emergency medical technician, please. I had a dentist who was like, we have to learn the same anatomy that medical schools do. Dental schools might want this. And I was like, that's great. So we have a lot of things we're looking into. And AP classes, absolutely, because they are taught at the collegiate level. Mm-hmm. We are not currently looking into K through 12 because that comes with it a whole different set of regulations on what and how can be taught.
Makes sense. Yeah. And I do, again, appreciate that you're really focused in how you're starting and just getting your legs under you with this particular group. I think that makes a lot of sense. And do you ever see a point, this is just, I'm curious, like Lauren and Elizabeth, would this ever be available just to the general public for geeks like me who just want to learn something new?
Absolutely. It's like, we're not going to say you can't buy this because you're not a medical student or whatever. My caveat is just there's an expected knowledge level, right? So the game uses medical terms and there are characters in the game to help you along if you don't understand some of the terms. They can give you definitions.
Sorry to interrupt, but we did just hit our timer. If you can wrap that up in the next sentence or two.
Oh, no, I'm good. Just saying.
Okay, so
go
yes,
right
it
ahead,
could
but you're not
potentially
my
be
target.
available.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Awesome. Jennifer, well done. Thank you so much. We're going to let you go back to the Zoom room, and we will talk to you a little bit later. Nicely done. All right. All right. I asked the audience, where are you watching from? I saw, okay, all over Michigan. Yes, we have people in Michigan. I saw Toronto, NYC, and San Francisco. So we've got some people watching from a little ways away. So that's awesome. And I saw one of our previous winners from a couple of years ago, Cherie Savage. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting some other finalists. You know exactly what they're going through. So thanks for supporting. Okay, up next, we have Clarice Cochran with the Calm Cube. Hi, Clarice. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and you? How are you?
Doing well. I'm going to go ahead and pull in your slides here. All right. So Clarice, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. When you start talking, that timer will begin. If need be, he will call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, the judges have some questions for you. Go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. Next time you start talking, that timer will begin. Good luck.
Here's 7-year-old Bailey. She's bright and curious, but lately she's been struggling, overwhelmed with her big emotions and how to really express how she truly feels. Her parents really don't understand why she cries before school and why she can't seem to fall asleep at night. They love her deeply, but they feel helpless. Now I want you to imagine them giving Bailey the tools that will help calm her mind, express her emotions, and find joy again. You see, Bailey's story isn't unique. In today's fast-paced, overstimulated society, children as young as 5 years old are experiencing stress, anxiety, and emotional overwhelmness. And according to the CDC, more than 1 in 5 children struggle with mental health challenges every year. Yet, only about 20% of those kids receive the help they actually need, leaving the rest of them to suffer in silence. Not to mention, kids are extremely on their screens 7 hours a day, more than 7 hours a day, which leads to even more increased anxiety, poor focus, and reduced social skills. As a former kindergartner and preschool teacher and a mother, I've seen firsthand how children struggle to express their emotions, which is why I've created the Calm Cube Kit. The Calm Cube Kit is a hands-on, fun, proactive approach to emotional well-being. It's interactive, it's actually physical, and it's a real-world tool that gives kids the power to express how they feel, manage their stress, self-regulate, and build emotional resilience right before challenges take root. It's just think about it as having a personal mindfulness coach right in their hands. Each kit will include guided journals, affirmation cards, sensory toys and exercises, coloring books, self-regulation cards, and also a parent and educator's guide as well. Our kits will be available on our website, directly on our website via, you could order them, individually or in bulk. We're asking for $10,000 to take us from a prototype to a fully market-ready product, where we'll be able to, of course, finalize our prototype, distribute our first 250 kits inside of some schools. We'll be able to conduct a small-scale pilot programs within those schools and some community organizations as well. And we'll also be able to host community workshops where we will teach children, parents, and educators on how to use the kit effectively. This is more than just a pitch. This is a movement. You know, your parents and even my parents have always told us to eat our vegetables and fruits for a healthy body, right? Well, it's time that we give our children the tools they need for a healthy mind. Please help us get these kits in our schools, in our communities, and in our homes. Each child deserves to be heard, supported, and empowered. And with your support, we can bring calm, confidence, and connection to all kids around. Thank you.
Calm, confidence, and connection. Way to go, Clarice. All right, Gabe, how much time, if any, did Clarice have on the clock?
Just 2 seconds.
Okay, way to go. All right. So the judges have some questions for you, Clarice. This round, we're going to start with Elizabeth and then Beth and Lauren. So Elizabeth, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Clarice, for that pitch. This is a very needed space. I think we can all agree on that. And this is such an interesting idea. I was curious, have you already started testing this product? I know you mentioned sending them out to schools. Maybe I'm asking two questions right now. Have you already sent them to some schools right now? And how has that worked? And have you adapted anything based on that?
Yes, so I have not sent them to any schools yet. I have been in contact with a few of district deans at a few schools. But however, I did test them out in a smaller version at my church, with our children's church, to see how it would affect them. But it was a smaller one I made like at home just to see like how it would work out. And like I said, I tested them at church, and I got a good response from them. I did an event one time where the response I got was overwhelming. So I was like, okay, maybe I should take this to the next level.
Sure. That's really great. Thank you.
Clarice, thank you for the presentation. I really enjoyed reading your business plan and hearing you today.
Thank you.
I had a question around some of the other subscription services that are out there that might not be as focused as you are on emotional and dealing with stress, but are, like toy-based subscriptions that promote learning. Have you looked at those as competitors? And how do you see yourself stacking up if you have?
Well, yeah, I have actually. And what I find is that a lot of things are reactive and not proactive. I'm really, really honed in on being proactive and not reactive. As you see in the chart, when children become like 12, 13, 14 up in there, those are when the numbers really increase when it comes to depression, anxiety. And I think that we take a step back and be a little bit more proactive in this approach where we're teaching them younger, that'll help decrease that number as they become, adolescents. And toys that are out there now and other subscriptions that are out there now, I don't think really focus on the proactive approach to really, really honing in mental wellness and social emotional learning.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Hi, Clarice.
Hi.
Yes, thank you for your presentation. Very well done. I think that mental health and the stigma behind mental health in that whole space is so important. So I applaud you for helping to break that stigma. I had a couple of questions just in regards to the cubes themselves and what's available. Are they customizable based on age, or are they different based on age? Or is this just like a cube that's available and will suit all ages?
Yep. So they will. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll ask my second question after.
Yeah. So they will be customizable because my target age is 5 to 12, but I have broken them down for 5 to 6 year olds, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 10 to 11, and then 12-year-olds. Because of course, some 5-year-olds may not be able to write how they feel down, right? So they may not need a guided journal. They may just need a coloring book inside theirs. So I do plan on having them customized based on age. But if winning this money, I will be able to conduct the largest pilot program within a school of a larger a quantity of kids, maybe like 25 more kids, just to see how the response is.
Great. And then my second question was, I was curious if you're looking at breaking into the space at 12 and above, if you think there's a market there, or you see a future there for your business to grow.
I'm not, to be very transparent, only because, like I say, my focus is really on the younger kids. Because, like I say, most interventions right now, they only address the issues after they arise, and sometimes that's often too late. So we don't address it early on. By the time they get, like I say, a little older, those issues are already there, and now you have to bring someone in to assist them. But if we help them before issues even come about, I think we'll be more successful with reducing that number.
That makes sense. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
All right, we have just a little bit of time left.
I have one more question.
Yeah, absolutely, Beth, go for it.
So just a little focusing on your financials a little bit more. I noticed that the cost to put your kits together remains the same even as the quantity goes up. Do you see some point where you'll get a break in the cost of putting those kits together, just getting quantity discounts, those kinds of things? Yes,
I do. I actually completed a cohort last week that I finished out, which gave me a different sense on cost of goods sold. So I was able to dive more into my cost of goods sold. So my business plan probably, of course, will change, because after learning about in depth the cost of goods sold, I'm definitely going to change it up a little bit.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Clarice, great job. Thank you so much. We're going to let you go back to the Zoom room and chat with you a little bit later.
Okay, thanks again. Have a nice day.
You too. All right, that was Clarice Cochran with the Calm Cube. All right, so judges, we do have just a little bit of a change in our rotation here. So we're actually going to skip ahead one rubric to Emos, and then we will come back to Regeily. Okay, so just make sure you're getting the correct rubric for this next score. So move to the next one, and then we'll come back to this one. We're going to go ahead and pull in Chella Blue with Emos. Hey, Chella, how are you?
Hi, hello. I'm good.
Doing good. Awesome. All right. And Chella, did you have any slides for us this evening?
I do.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and pull those up? While we do that, wanted to give a couple of other shout outs who I saw watching. We have some other finalists from other competitions for this year who I saw were watching. So Sarah Feldman was in the Mid-Michigan competition just, my goodness, what are we, 2 weeks ago? So Sarah, thanks for tuning in to support your fellow finalists. And then Cindy Hines will be in our statewide food competition coming up in 2 weeks. So love it when the finalists get on and support one another. All right, well, Chella, I see your slides. I'm going to go ahead and pull those in for Emos. So Chella, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. Once he starts that time, once you start talking, he starts that timer. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. And after that, our judges have some questions for you. So go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. Next time you start talking, Gabe will start that timer when you are ready.
Okay. Did you know that in 2023, the Detroit Free Press reported that 69% of Detroit families face food insecurity every day? Over the years and with the current administration, that number is projected to grow. Hi, my name is Chella and I'm the co-founder of Emos Market. Emos Market is a micro market located in Northwest Goldberg in Detroit, a historically Black and Jewish neighborhood. Emos Market will provide access for residents to readily available high-quality produce and everyday grocery staples. Detroit houses a growing Jewish family looking to build families. Going to Michigan's only kosher grocery store can feel like such a schlep. Until now, Emos will be in 100% kosher product market, offering products like Barilla, McCormick, and Our Family, accommodating those who observe kosher and other dietary restrictions and appealing to the entire Jewish community and Detroit community. Kosher and affordable are often opposites, but we see them as a strength for our business. Our formula for success is grounded in a neighborhood with great needs, but providing to a broader audience. We plan to surpass $150,000 in sales in our first year, with the goal of being profitable by year 3. Customers are anticipating our grand opening, as well as we are going to replace Holden Little Market located in the Dream Detroit building. Emos is more than just a building, but rather an invitation to the community. We're committed to partnering with local businesses and urban farms and sourcing locally where possible. Staying local strengthens our relationships with our vendors, is cost-effective, and ensures high-quality produce. Ema, the Hebrew word for mother, is a commitment to our neighbors. We promise to nourish your heart, mind, and stomach. As I've seen in my personal and professional career, food connects us to each other. While access to food is a human right, it's also a way for us to get to know each other better. Over the years, my husband and I have talked to our neighbors at local programming, exchanging our aspirations for the neighborhood, and we all agree that we want to be able to walk to a grocery store nearby and feel like it was built for us. In one particular conversation, one of my neighbors expressed feeling limited by the lack of representation in the available grocery stores in Detroit. She keeps a kosher kitchen, is a one-car household, and is paying for her schooling. She expressed her frustrations and desires for a market close by that meets all of her needs, that meets all of the price points. Emos is the market where all residents are welcome. Emos Market is the answer.
All right, nicely done, Chella. Gabe, how much time did she have, if any?
She had 30 seconds.
All right, way to go. I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and our judges are going to have some questions for you. So this round, we're going to go Beth, Lauren, and Elizabeth. So Beth, go ahead and questions for Chella.
Terrific. Chella, thank you for the presentation and the business plan. I really enjoyed reading it. And what I appreciate about it is you're very specific about who you're serving, your local market and those who are looking for kosher goods as well. My question is, when you think about those two markets, especially since there are so few kosher markets available and some in your immediate market area may have transportation issues, have you thought about offering delivery at some point, or making the goods more accessible?
Yeah, that's a great question. One day we'll get to delivery. I don't think that's a first-year operation.
Yeah.
We're actually doing a pop-up farmers market for 9 weeks in the summer in partnership with Northwest Gilbert Carries and Mezuzah, to have proof of concept, but also to familiarize the neighborhood with who we are and to get a better assessment of our clientele and the needs that we need to meet.
Terrific. Thank you.
Hi, Chella. Thank you so much. I think this is a great idea. I was a Detroit resident for a long time, and finding local groceries was difficult. So I know it's definitely a need. I'm curious, you mentioned that you've had some success already, and what are those factors that have contributed to the success of your current market?
Yeah, so we've had some community engagement beforehand. We've showed up at local programming. And I have a wide reach to the Jewish community, and we've put out publications out there. And like I said, we've really talked to our neighbors and trying to understand what the vendor situation is out here. So we're really thorough in doing our research.
Thank you.
Hi, Tilla. Thank you for your presentation. I agree. This addresses a critical need. Detroit is unfortunately a food desert, and I know Lauren expressed that as well. I was curious, you mentioned that often kosher and affordability don't go together. What's different about the Ema market here that would achieve affordability while you're still in year 3 venturing towards profitability? How are you planning to achieve that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So access is really important to me. Being well-versed on how to make those prices more affordable for the populations that we serve, whether that's SNAP or WIC and getting those certifications. But I think also there's kind of this mysticism when it comes to kosher, and like most products are kosher certified. And so just like broadening the education and then working in-house, sourcing locally where we can, and trying to see where we can get the best bang for our buck, specifically with meat and cheese.
Oh, very good.
All right. Do we have any other questions for Chella? Questions or comments?
Yeah, I had one more question.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with, I believe it's a Jewish not-for-profit that works with providing food to, underprivileged, kosher food specifically. Would there be any partnership with existing not-for-profits like that where you could, build together and maybe have like a food drop-off spot or a food bank, something like that?
Absolutely. In my professional career, I work at a food education nonprofit. And I also work firsthand with a produce distributor. So I've seen the ins and outs, and access, like I said, is really important to me, and mobilizing local partnerships and understanding the community that we serve. And so working with a food bank like Gleaners, or I think you're talking about Yad Ezra, I'm more than happy and more willing to partner with them.
Very good.
And part of this is, of course, making those connections. So great suggestion, Elizabeth, and great question. Okay, wonderful job, Chella, with Emos. And we will let you go back to the Zoom room, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay. And now to round out our first group of pitches this evening in the startup category, judges, make sure you go back a rubric, make sure you get the right one. We have Christian Hawkins and Courtney Larvadane with Regeily. Hello, Christian and Courtney. How's it going?
Hello, good evening. We're excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. I'm going to go ahead and pull in your slides here. All right. So how this works is Gabe, our timekeeper, has 3 minutes on the clock. And when you start talking, he'll start that countdown. If need be, he will call time at 3 minutes, and you may finish your sentence. And then our judges have some questions for you. So go ahead, give yourselves just a moment to collect those thoughts. get in the game, get ready, and next time you start talking, that timer will begin. Good luck.
You wouldn't normally associate skincare with the military. Developing a skincare regimen became a necessity while stationed in Afghanistan. Hi, I'm Christian Hawkins, co-founder and CEO of Regeily, and I turned my nightly showers into a self-care empire. I used my GI Bill after I got out of the military to open up my first spa and obtain my obstetrics license.
I'm a busy mom, juggling businesses, corporate career, and kids. Every winter, my skin, especially my hands, would crack and burn, making the season miserable. I'm Courtney Larvadane, co-founder and CMO of Regeily. Did you know only 3% of your skin is on your face? Regeily takes the guesswork out of your daily routine by providing structured neck-down skincare regimens for the other 97%.
Much like the structured regimens of the military, our products work best when used frequently and together, like battle buddies. As a licensed esthetician, sourcing ingredients free of sulfates, parabens, and artificial fragrances is a priority. Providing clean skincare with easy-to-follow directions and packaging, along with decades of expertise as an esthetician, all serve to our competitive advantage. All these pieces work together to support the busy women we serve.
Speaking of busy women, to overcome debilitating postpartum depression, I was referred to Christian. She taught me skincare is self-care. Then she shared an idea decades in the making and needed support in her mission. Together we created Regeily. I was the first customer and first success story. Now I have summer skin even in the middle of winter. Now let's look at the business of Regeily. Since our soft rollout last year, we have grossed over $45,000 in revenue, with 75% of our earnings at in-person activations and 20% from e-com. Did you know 92% of first-time customers are more likely to try a brand if it offers a smaller, low-cost version of a product, and 50% of travel-size buyers return to buy the full-size version? We're expecting an increase in our digital sales by offering a new travel trio.
Now we know our growth lies in our communities, and this year's involvement will expand beyond just the Q4 charitable donation. To continue the success during our activations, we launched the Self-Love Self-Care Tour to promote health, wellness, and self-care through skincare. The tour will increase brand visibility and community awareness in the Metro Detroit area and LA.
We're here today asking you for the grand prize of $10,000 to complete our travel size product manufacturing and production and continue the expansion of our Self-Love Self-Care Tour.
So will you join us in our mission to address the other 97%, because we're stronger when we work together.
All right, nicely done. Gabe, how much time do they have left?
About 7 seconds.
Okay, nicely done, Christian and Courtney. All right, well, our judges have some questions for you. So we're going to start this round with Lauren and then Elizabeth and Beth. So Lauren, questions for Regeily.
Yes. Hello, Regeily. I love the whole neck down concept. You know, skincare is a very saturated market. So I think that targeting, the neck down is just a genius idea, and kind of focusing on that, because we're always so focused on the face, and I'm guilty of that as well. So I was curious, I believe that you're an online only at this time for shipping. Do you guys envision having a brick and mortar store, or, what do partnerships look like to get products in store? Just kind of looking at the future there.
So since we've submitted our business plan, we've actually gotten into 2 retail outlets. So we are located in Neighbor X Folk, which is the gift shop inside the now renovated Michigan Central Station. And we also just shipped out our first order of products to AMP, which is a beauty conglomerate, kind of like a Sephora, located in LA. So we are really excited and proud of those. And our goal this year is to be in 5 retail locations by the end of the year.
Amazing. Thank you.
Hello, nice to meet you, and thank you for the pitch. It was very energetic with both of you. I can tell that you're very excited about the product. would you help me understand how is this product made and where is it made? How does the manufacturing work?
So the product is manufactured in Arizona, so everything is made in the U.S. We worked closely with a chemist. I'm a licensed esthetician by trade, but I definitely cannot speak to being able to do the formulations. I leave that up to the professionals and their expertise. But knowing the industry and knowing what people are asking for, that helped me guide my decision and what key ingredients we needed included. And they helped me with the formulation as far as the volumes, the pH stabilizers, and things to that nature.
Very good. And how does the testing of this product work? I know, especially in the beauty world, that is a very important part.
Absolutely. So all of the testing is done with the manufacturer in the lab. It's usually a 6 to 8 month process. They want to make sure the product is stable. Once we add in our signature scent and fragrance, it goes through a couple of different rounds of testing. As far as testing with our customers and our clients, I've been in the treatment room for about 16 years. So I kind of have a little advantage to understanding what some of those key concerns are as it pertains to what ingredients they're looking for and how they're looking for their skincare to perform.
Okay. And maybe one small follow-up. Is it tested on animals at all? I know that.
Oh, no.
It's,
no
okay.
animal testing.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your responses.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for asking that, Elizabeth. I was thinking the same thing. Christian and Courtney, thank you for the presentation. Clearly, both of you are very enthusiastic about this business, which I know will take you a long way. And I know I could use some summer skin. So just curious, you're using some of the funds to create the travel pack. How do you see that giving you more exposure, more visibility on your self tour, as opposed to just putting more dollars into the tour itself?
Absolutely. So the travel line came from a lot of our research and also focus groups once we launched our products. We realized pretty much immediately that consumers want to be able to try a product before they buy. And we started, doing research by even going into our local Sephora and thinking about our own shopping habits. And we will buy, a 2 ounce, a 4 ounce product of something we've never tried before, just to see if it's something we like. We love the scent day after day. And we realize our customers feel the same way. Since we do so many activations here in Detroit, we've noticed that people will come back to our activations and try our products multiple times. And maybe they come the second time and say, okay, I want to buy. I've tried this a couple times. I can't stop thinking about it. I love the scent. I love the way it made my skin feel. And so we really understand that offering a lower barrier to entry as far as size and price point is going to be something that benefits us in the long run.
Makes sense. Thank you. And just one other question, if we have time. I noticed in looking at your financials that your sales projections were off, or your actual sales were lower. What have you learned through that process of projecting sales? I know it's difficult to do.
Yes. So year one, it's really difficult to do. And a lot of our sales projections had to do with timelines for getting our products. So we expected to have products at the beginning of last year, and we ended up getting all 7 products rolled out throughout the year. So we actually only launched in January of last year with 3 products. And then we added another 2 in April. And then the last most recent product we didn't add until September. So that really, threw off what our projections were going to be. And now that we have that first year under our belt, we're able to go into this year with our entire line and really start January 1st, 2025 to see exactly what our sales are going to look like as the year goes. So we plan to do some really heavy projecting at the end of this year, once we have a full year with our entire collection under our belt.
Great. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think that's just about hits our time for questions. So Christian and Courtney, thank you so much for rounding out our startup category. We're going to let both of you go back to the Zoom room and we'll chat with you a little bit later. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So at this point, we are going to take a little bit of a break. So we'll let all of our judges go ahead and start to tabulate some of those scores, send them out, and I'll welcome them back in just a little bit. So go ahead, stand up, do a little bit of stretching, go refill that beverage, go grab a snack, do whatever it is that you need to do. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes. We are going to take a short break. And just a reminder to everyone watching who is eagerly anticipating that audience choice vote, we will walk you through how to do that as soon as everybody is done pitching. So at the end of our next round of pitches, which will be the established category, we'll go ahead and walk you through how that will work. Once again, that winner this evening will win $1,000. So make sure you stick around because you're going to definitely want to vote for your favorite. So we'll see you back in just a bit. Well, welcome back, or welcome if you're just joining us to our 2025 Southeast Michigan Woman Up and Pitch competition. We just finished up our first round where we heard from 5 excellent entrepreneurs who will be competing for cash prizes of $10,000, $5,000, and $2,500 for second and third place. We're about to move into our second category of established businesses who will also be competing for those cash prizes, not to mention one audience choice winner for $1,000 out of all of our finalists this evening that you, the audience, get to choose in just a little bit. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring back in our timer, Gabe. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our judges. Let's see, we've got Beth, we've got Elizabeth, and we've got Lauren. So judges, what do you think of the pitches so far this evening?
I've been really impressed. We've had some really good ideas.
Really well done, Ellie. Yeah. And it's really difficult to distill something that you're so passionate about down to 3 minutes. But I think these business owners are doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Beth. And I will say one thing that all of our finalists have done is a pitch workshop. Those happened in February. And so really helping to hone that 3 minutes. That's why so many, all of them have hit that 3 minute mark. Everyone's doing fantastic this evening. They're doing so well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our next finalist in the established category. We have Taylor Reed with Good Vibes, Good Times. Hello, Taylor. How are you? Oh, you were muted.
There I am. Can you hear me?
There we go. Okay, now we can hear you. I knew what the problem was instantly. I'm like, it's not an audio issue. Okay. So welcome, Taylor. So excited to have you kick us off in the established category. I'm going to go ahead and bring your slides in. Okay. Oh, I love it already. And so, Taylor, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on the timer. When you start talking, that timer will start. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, our judges have some questions for you. So Taylor, go ahead, take a deep breath, let it out. Next time you start talking, that timer will start. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Taylor Reed, and I'm the founder and photographer at GBGT Studio, a family photography studio based in Michigan that specializes in capturing life's most meaningful moments through maternity, newborn, and children's photography. GBGT Studio started with the birth of my daughter. And like many new moms, I wanted to capture every moment. So I used my background as a wedding photographer and started documenting all of my daughter's milestones. And soon, other families were asking me to do the same. That's when I realized this wasn't just a passion, it was a purpose. So now I would like to introduce you to one of my first clients, Janae, who was a first-time parent excited to document every milestone. Her growing belly, her son's newborn days, his first birthday, and all of those magical holiday moments in between. Her search for the perfect photographer quickly became frustrating. Sessions were expensive, rushed, and even felt impersonal. She was overwhelmed, exhausted, and just worried she would never find the right fit. But then she found us at GBGT Studio, a place where she wasn't just another client, but a part of a family. She felt joy, relief, and just pure excitement after each session, knowing she had found a photographer that she can trust for life. And Janae isn't alone. Families across Michigan struggle to find a photographer who truly captures their journey while making them feel at ease. So GBGT Studio was created to bridge that gap, offering high quality, personalized photography that's both affordable and meaningful. And unlike large studios that rush sessions, we provide a warm, customized experience where every session feels special. And we aren't just there for one session. We're there for your entire journey. Our clients return year after year because they know that we care about their story. And this has earned us glowing reviews, a strong reputation, and a consistent 15% year-over-year growth. The family photography industry is valued at $14 billion in the US, with over 1.3 million families in Michigan, 200,000 of whom welcome new children each year. With families prioritizing authentic storytelling photography, the demand for our services is growing. And with the right support, GBGT Studio is positioned to scale further, increase capacity, and capture more of this market. So today, I'm asking for $10,000 to take GBGT Studio to the next level. The funds will be used to hire an assistant to increase our availability and bookings, upgrade our equipment to ensure quality, and expand our client wardrobe to enhance the overall client experience. At GVGT Studio, we're not just capturing photos. We're preserving the most cherished moments of a family's journey. Thank you.
All right, Gabe, how much time left does Taylor have?
She had just 10 seconds.
All right, way to go, Taylor. All right, and you're getting a lot of comments from the audience about how great the photos are. I think probably, photographer probably wins best photos, right? So, okay, Taylor, the judges have some questions for you. So let's start this round with Elizabeth, then Beth, then Lauren. So Elizabeth, take it away.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for such a great presentation. I think you're focusing on a market that is growing and has a lot of engagement right now. Well, question for you. I know you mentioned you do a lot of these photos in your studio. Do you also have an outdoor location? And I'm asking this because with your assistant, I was wondering if you could be doing 2 shoots at the same time or how you're planning to incorporate that assistant.
Yes, so we actually already offer scenic shoots. That's one of the options that you can book. It's not at one location. We service all over Metro Detroit. And yes, the assistant is actually planned to eventually be a second photographer because I learned that the business cannot just be just me. So we are planning to bring that assistant on, teaching them the ropes, and then yes, we'll be able to work at 2 places at once.
Very good. Thank you.
Taylor, I enjoyed your presentation and your pictures are just absolutely incredible. I also had a question related to your location. So you're in one physical location today. Do you see a point in time where you would expand an indoor location to capture other areas in Southeast Michigan where there are, larger families or, more babies being born?
Yes, that's actually more so our long-term goal within the next 5 to 10 years to be able to open up more spaces. But as of right now, no.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Taylor. How do you keep all those little babies smiling just by yourself? I applaud you for that. That's amazing. I love all those little photos. So cute. That wasn't my question, but I am curious about that. I'm impressed. So my real question is kind of about attraction for new clients. Just kind of curious if you can talk a little bit more about your marketing plan and how you are attracting those new clients to your business.
Yeah, so truthfully, right now, a lot of our business is between return clients and referrals. So we have such a great reputation. A lot of our clients, our new clients, are coming from individuals that have come with us before. But we plan on incorporating some mailers to get the word out more so in the Roseville area. We plan to do more marketing as far as social media. And then we also attend different community events just so that way they can put a face to the business. So they get to meet me. I interact with their children. And while we're doing community service, we bring clients in that way as well. And for your other question, it's really just a love for the babies. So you have to really just love them and just interact with them because you learn that babies find the most ridiculous things so funny. So you're sitting there making all of these faces and you're making all of these sounds, and it's a joyous moment.
Amazing. Thank you.
Well, I think we have just a little bit more time if anyone has another question for Taylor. No? All right. Well, Taylor, we'll let you go back to the Zoom room. Well done. And we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so Taylor Reed kicked us off in the established category this evening with Good Vibes, Good Times, GVGT for short. Up next, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Belinda Beard with Egg Roll Diva. Hey, Belinda, how are you?
I'm excited, you guys. Woo!
All right, well, we're excited to have you. Okay, so you have some slides for us. I'll go ahead and bring those in. And I'm going to get hungry. I just had a snack, but I'm okay. All right, I'll be okay. So, Belinda, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on the timer. When you start talking, that timer will start. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, our judges will have some questions for you. So Belinda, go ahead. Just give yourself that moment to collect your thoughts. Next time you start talking, Gabe will start his timer when you're ready.
Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. I'm ready. Are you tired of the same old food truck options? Pizza, sandwiches, tacos, and burgers? If so, Agro Diva is your fresh, exciting alternative. I'm Belinda Beard, owner of Agro Diva. We're a gourmet food truck serving innovative, flavor-packed egg rolls across southeastern Michigan. Since launching in 2020, we built a loyal following of thousands of repeat customers who crave something different. Agro Diva solves food truck fatigue with bold, delicious flavors wrapped in crispy perfection. Our customers keep coming back for 3 reasons: delicious food, fast service, and great experience. We serve hearty, meal-sized egg rolls with flavors like Southwestern chicken, corned beef, crab rangoon, and cheeseburger egg rolls. We even offer vegan options, and our house-made dipping sauces like avocado ranch and Thousand Island are a crowd favorite. And for dessert, our famous peach cobbler egg roll, drizzled with caramel sauce and cinnamon sugar, it's an absolute favorite. Our menu is inspired by my mother's original ground turkey egg roll recipe. So this is a passion project turned into a thriving business. Beyond the food truck, we operate from a commercial kitchen, offering catering, and we host cooking classes. Our dedicated team of 8 people, consisting primarily of my family, works hard to ensure top-notch food and service, and they have great experience in other restaurants. They bring dedication and service to Agro Diva. Agro Diva is in such demand that we had to turn down several opportunities because we only have 1 food truck. Unlike other food vendors, we stand out with our unique flavors, our premium quality, and exceptional customer service. Our customers, they're foodies, festival goers, and busy professionals. They love our offerings. That's why we've been nominated 3 years in a row for Our Detroit's Best Food Truck and featured in over 30 local news segments. And yet, too, we've been invited back to Little Caesars Arena as a vendor for the past 2 years. Due to overwhelming demand, I've already purchased a second food truck picture here. But to get it fully operational, I need $10,000 to complete the build out, you guys. This funding will cover the truck's brand wrapping, our fire suppression system, and our inverter generator. And with your support, we can expand. We can also create 4 to 5 new job opportunities and bring my mother's beloved recipe to even more customers. Agro Diva isn't just a business, it's my lifelong passion. It's rooted in family, tradition, and community. Thank you for considering this opportunity to help us grow. Your support will make a real difference for me, my team, and the community. And we love our customers that we serve. We appreciate you, and I'm hoping you can take us to the next level. Agro Diva, woo!
All right, nicely done, Belinda. Gabe, how much time does she have left, if any?
She had just run out. It's perfect timing.
Oh, wow. All right. Way to go, Belinda. I can tell you've been practicing that one. You had me at peach cobbler.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take your slides down, and the judges have some questions. This round will go Beth, Lauren, and then Elizabeth. So Beth, go ahead.
Belinda, thank you. And congratulations. It sounds like you are off to a really good start with your business.
Thank you.
And I appreciated hearing you today and having a chance to review your business plan. And I appreciate the fact that you've really stayed focused on the egg roll because that's what brings customers back to you. I'm just curious about your thought process of adding a second food truck as opposed to exploring or thinking about the brick and mortar option.
So that's in my plan as well. But right now, because of the demand in food trucks in Metro Detroit, they're at an all-time excuse me, high level of requests. Everybody's trying to get food trucks. So right now, the best way for me as I look into the community and look at the need is to get that second truck up and running. And then definitely that is in my plan to do a carry out because I see the need and the competition is there, but the need is there. And my customers have shown me time and time again that they're loyal repeat customers and they love Agro Diva and they love our food, our service, and again, a great experience.
Terrific. Thank you.
Hi, Belinda. I'm starving now. Sounds delicious. I echo Beth in saying congratulations on all of your current success. That's very exciting. I am curious about, future expansion and future offerings. Like, how do you come up with your recipes? Where do they come up with, where do they come from? And are you looking at rotating the recipes or coming up with new flavors? What does that look like? And do you need taste testers? Because I am available.
So that's a great question as far as how do we come up with them, because it started with my mom's original ground turkey recipe that I've been rolling since I was 10 years old. I can do this in my sleep. But once I started the business, the customers request these flavors. They're like, can you do corned beef? So corned beef is Detroit's fave. They want that. Then can you do a cheeseburger? Can you do that? And so TikTok as well. They give me all the ideas and I try to expand with those, but we only can do 5 to 6 flavors per day. Chef Ramsay says, keep it simple. And that's what I've been doing. Like, you don't want to overpopulate your menu and get people all confused. So we stick to, but we do rotate them out. Like, it could be a certain week or a season where we might take crab rangoon away and bring in cheeseburger, or take cheeseburger away and bring in this flavor. And we just recently did like a Charlie LinkedIn egg roll, because he was one of the first people that interviewed me. And he brought that up and I said, Charlie, we named the new brisket and mac and cheese egg roll after you, because he was one of my favorites. So yeah, it comes from customers, TikTok, and for sure, we always want to rotate. But as I get that second food truck going, I'd like to add a little bit more to the menu because we'll have more room. Right now, we do have a commercial kitchen and we have room for all that. But on that truck, we try to keep it simple.
That's great. And I love the diversity of all of the different opinions and inputs. So great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Belinda. It was very engaging, and I had looked you up a little bit beforehand, and it does seem like you have quite the following. I saw local news, and I saw in your business plan all the followers. Congratulations on building such a following. That's challenging to do, and I know a lot of it comes from your personality. I can already see that. I heard you mention that you did some classes at the commercial kitchen that you have.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that, and roughly what percentage of revenue does that bring in for you? And do you have any plans to expand that?
So it would really, really well. We tried it first with Cooking with Q. She has classes at her restaurant. So she said, Belinda, come in and show them how to do your egg rolls. So I came in there. We sold out the first class. We did it again, sold out the second class. And then she's like, you have to do this at your kitchen, because she said, we don't have room in the schedule for you to come back again right now. So I went to my commercial kitchen. I blasted it all over social media. We sold out for that one. And so what happened was it got to be like really, really popular. I would say it's just a small percentage of our revenue right now, but I'm ready to bring it to a better number because I want people to come out. We have a party when we're there. We have music in the background. You can bring a cocktail or whatever you want to do. We dance, we make these egg rolls. It's a great addition to what I already do. So I'm definitely seeing to expand that in the future because people really, flock to it. So I definitely want to do that more.
Sounds fun to me. I've done a few corporate cooking classes, and I'm already thinking maybe I'll get my team to be a customer as well.
They will love it. I promise. Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. I think we have time if we have one more question for Belinda. All right. Well, Belinda, I will say that Cooking with Q was in our pitch competition way back in the day. So how about that? So love all those connections. That's great. Well, great job, Belinda. We will let you go back to the Zoom room and talk with you a little bit later. All right. That was Belinda Beard with Egg Roll Diva. All right. Up next in the established category this evening, I would like to introduce Judy Pagazinski with Core LP. Hey, Judy, how are you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Judy Pagazinski, and I'm the owner and CEO of Core LP Fitness in downtown Berkeley, Michigan. And I'm here to tell you why Legree is the answer to all of your fitness needs. So as a fitness lover and a runner myself, training for half marathons was my thing. But so is the wear and tear that can come from running on my knees, my back, and my body. So low back pain runs in my family, and the miles were not helping mine either. I knew that I needed strength training, mobility work, and core stability to hit my mileage. But who has the time to piece together 3 different workouts? Then I found Legree while I was training for a half marathon in Los Angeles, and it changed everything. 1 workout, 50 minutes, and no impact on my joints. but all the strength, endurance, and mobility I needed in a high intensity, low impact setting. I built the core stability that actually supported my back. I developed lean muscle, and I improved my running drastically. Plus, I found a workout that challenged my body without that post-workout debilitating soreness that, let's be honest, it hinders our progress. So at the time, I knew that there were 0 studios back in the state of Michigan offering this kind of training. So I was determined to change that. And I knew the people of Metro Detroit could benefit from this method just as much as I had. So without further ado, welcome to Core LP. We bring the most effective reformer-based workouts based on the Legree method to Metro Detroit. As one of only 6 studios in the state offering this workout, we deliver a results-driven, music-fueled, which you might hear right now, experience where form matters and community keeps you coming back. Whether you're new to fitness or a seasoned athlete, our expert trainers are excited to help you reach your goals with personalized attention in a small group setting of 8. Not just a class, but a space to get stronger, feel supported, and build a lasting fitness routine. No more bouncing between Pilates, strength, and cardio classes, or paying for 3 different memberships. Just one 50-minute, high-intensity, low-impact session that targets it all. In a sea of trends and empty promises, we cut through the noise. Core LP isn't just another workout. It's your one-stop shop for lean muscle, core strength, and mobility without the pain in your low back and joints. So today, I'm asking for $10,000 to make a 50% deposit on 2 additional Megaformer machines. These 2 machines will allow us to accommodate more clients, move us closer to financial stability, and help us expand for future studios throughout the Southeast Michigan region. And if you'd like a 30-second demo, I'm happy to show you the power of the Mega.
All right. Great job, Judy. Gabe, how much time, if any, did Judy have left?
Just a little under 20 seconds.
Okay. Well, if that's your machine behind you, I'd be interested in seeing a little bit of a demo personally. Okay. So, how we are going to do this Q&A session is, let's see, Lauren, then Elizabeth, then Beth. So let's start with Lauren. Any questions that you have for Judy?
Yeah, thanks. Hi, Judy. Great presentation, and it is exciting to hear about the Legree method. I enjoyed reading about it in your presentation. It was very new to me, so it's exciting to learn about something that's like different in a saturated market. So I know, there are a lot of Pilates studios popping up. There's a lot of people in that space. So I'm just curious if you can talk a little bit about how you're staying cost competitive with, those other studios and what you're offering.
Absolutely. So with Pilates, it is a low impact, low intensity workout where you're creating core strength and flexibility and mobility. Where we differ and actually kind of pull from the Pilates, traditional Pilates world, is that our workout incorporates strength and endurance training. So we're able to apply what people would get in Pilates and a lifting class all in one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. So if I'm understanding that response right, you're saying that you're so different than Pilates that it's a different service that you're offering. Is that the pitch? Okay, no, that's helpful. As someone, I personally do Pilates a lot myself, so I really enjoyed going through, and I was curious, what's different, between the Legree method and Pilates as well. The question for you, how would you get more instructors? I know that was part of the plan. How do they get certified? I'm familiar with the Pilates certification. Is it a similar method for Legree?
It's slightly different. There is a certification through Legree, which is the head of the method.
Okay.
One thing that we do in addition to his certification as a studio is we offer teacher trainings. Right now we're running 3 this year, and next year we hope to run 4. And right now they're waitlisted. Truly, we're teaching people throughout 3 months, in addition to that certification, how to truly teach. Most certifications outside of the Pilates world will limit you to, here's the material, learn it, take a test. We're actually doing hands-on mentorship with instructors so that they can immediately leave our program with a job.
Very good. No, that's really helpful. And another question I had, as I said, I do Pilates a lot. I'm part of a chain, and I always have a hard time getting into a class. I don't know if you have that or if that's a differentiator that you have, but if so, how do you manage if 10 people want to sign up for when there's only 8 reformers?
Right. We do have a wait list. It does move. And again, with our amazing streamline for instructors, we've been able to go from, I want to say 38 classes in 2023 to 50 classes in 2025. Plus with these 2 additional machines, we would be able to, limit those wait lists as well. So we get a lot of client feedback also for times to help know where to put those.
Excellent. Good. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Judy, thank you for the presentation today. I've not heard of Legree, so it's really interesting that you can get 3 workouts in one, because I think a lot of people are looking for that today. I just had a question about the subscriptions that you offer. And I think a lot of times, people get really enthusiastic. It's January. They're going to start off the year right. What is your retention like of your subscribers? And then how do you endeavor to keep them if you see them dropping off?
Absolutely. We have a really strong marketing program, but we also have a really strong community. We average about 100 to 125 members at all times. And a lot is due to community outreach, partnering with other studios, partnering with other wellness people. I would say our retention rate is in the 70 percentile, which is very high in the fitness world.
Terrific. And then how does that, to add on to that, as you see that grow, at what point do you think you're ready to expand to another location? And then how do you identify that location?
Absolutely. So I like to think forward. So for me, we're looking at Rochester Hills as another location that would be extremely successful for this method. Out of the 6 studios there is 1 studio that is a corporate studio. And out of 110 of their locations nationwide, they were top 5 in the country. So we know that there's a demand for this style of exercise. And I just continue to follow the market. In terms of cost-wise, these 2 additional machines would allow us an additional $6,000 a month in revenue. So it wouldn't take long, maybe 6 months to a year.
Great. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. Any last short questions for Judy before we let her go?
I had one other quick question, Judy.
Sure.
You had mentioned that with the prize money that you would put a 50% deposit down on the 2 reformers. It would be helpful to understand, where the other 50% of the funds you were planning on coming up with to, finalize the purchase that is clearly going to move your business forward so much.
So with the deposit, the lovely thing about Legree is they offer a lease to buy program. So the 50% deposit would actually get us the machines immediately. And the lease is over 6 years. We have a 10-year lease. We're only 2 years into this lease. So it would greatly assist us by adding an additional, I'm doing quick head math, $150 a month to pay those off in the next 6 years. So it's completely economical.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, that is all the time we have, Judy. So great job. Thanks so much. We'll let you go back to Zoom and we will talk to you a little bit later. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. So that was Judy Pagrzinski with Core LP. And our final finalist this evening in both the established category and the entire 2024 Southeast WomanUp and Pitch competition is Kimberly Jones with Epic Infants. Hello, Kimberly. How are you?
Hi, I'm well.
Good. Well, we can hear you, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and pull your slides in here. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So Kimberly, how this works is Gabe has 3 minutes on his timer. He'll start that when you start talking. If need be, he'll call time at 3 minutes and you may finish your sentence. After that, we have some questions from our judges. So Kimberly, go ahead and take a deep breath. Let it out. When you start talking next, Gabe will start that timer. Good luck.
Okay. Listen up. 65% of U.S. children suffer with skin irritations, often related to harsh chemicals and skin products. A crisis magnified in urban communities by environmental factors and limited access to quality products. I'm Kimberly Jones, founder of Epic Infants Organic Skincare and a registered dietitian with over 2 decades of experience. During my time in maternal infant health, I witnessed firsthand the devastating impact of these conditions. Meet Epic Infants, the organic shield for sensitive skin. Our products are non-irritating, affordable, and eco-friendly. Our flagship product, organic baby wipes, are priced at just $4.99 for 80-count packs. We also offer nourishing vegan baby oil. Both are made without harsh chemicals. Epic Infants is more than just a product line, it's a movement. We're revolutionizing this $11 billion industry, which is projected to grow 6% annually. While competitors like The Honest Company and Huggies exist, we're breaking barriers to accessibility and we're empowering families with the tools they need to thrive. We're a movement that nurtures with sustainability and ignites community transformation through education. We project 30,000 in sales this year with the potential to capture 29 million of the serviceable obtainable market. With the $10,000 prize money, we will allocate 40% for product development, 30% for marketing and branding, 25% for inventory, and the remaining 5% will be used for working capital. This will allow us to scale our reach and deepen our impact in underserved communities. Every dollar invested in Epic Infants translates to healthier babies and empowered families. Every child deserves Epic care, not Epic irritation. Join the revolution at epicinfants.com, walmart.com, and Meyer Market format stores. It's time to go Epic or go home.
What an ending. All right. So, Gabe, how much time does she have left, if any?
15 seconds.
Okay. Great job, Kimberly.
Thank you.
All right. So the judges have some questions for you now. We're going to start with Elizabeth, then Beth, and Lauren. So Elizabeth, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. I can tell you're very passionate about this product. Congratulations on a really well-delivered pitch. Yeah, I know you mentioned some of the large competitors, such as Honest and Huggies, I believe, is what you mentioned.
Yes.
So tell me, how are your wipes different than Honest wipes? And I'll also go into this acknowledging I don't know much about the baby wipe industry.
Okay, yeah, great question. So we differ from our competitors. I'm going to address the Honest Company first.
Okay.
Because the Honest Company is a premium brand. So that is limited access. But it's known, but it's a premium brand. Everybody doesn't have access to the quality that their product may offer.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the Honest Company, they're pricey. So on a per wipe basis, our wipe is more economical and also high quality. So it does the same thing, but you just don't have to spend as much money. So you get more clean with less white. And it's accessible to everybody, just not to a certain demographic of people.
Got it.
And
Thank you
then
very much.
for Huggies, you know, they've had a few issues with their products, like multiple recalls, and Huggies tend to dry out quickly. That's some of the feedback that I got from my customers. They say Huggies dry out, and you know that's one of the selling points of our product is the unique packaging. It stays fresher longer.
Very good. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate it.
And you're welcome. Thank you.
Kimberly, thank you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I love your focus on making these products accessible. And what it says right behind you, affordable. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I just had a question for you. In reading your business plan, I know you have your products manufactured by outside companies and partnerships. Just wondering if you could talk a little bit about your contingency plan. If any of those manufacturers have a business interruption or other issues, what is your plan to continue manufacture of your products so they're available to you?
Okay, so my plan is to make sure that I have my stock levels at a certain par, and I'm working with a logistics company, 3PL logistics company. They handle my warehousing. So to prevent a stock out, we try to keep our inventory at a certain level.
That makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking.
All right. Hi, Kimberly. I echo, I love your enthusiasm. You're clearly very passionate about your product, which is amazing. So you talked a lot about affordability and, you know, how the Honest Company, you know, it is a premium brand. So could you just kind of walk me through like what keeps your product so affordable? How are you staying in that $4.99 price range? And do you see that changing or having to change with inflation, anything like that?
Yeah, I thought a lot about that. And in order to keep the product affordable, because I really want it accessible to all the groups, I came up with a pricing strategy that it will, if I have to go up, I came up with a pricing strategy that I will have to increase the wholesale price rather than the retail price. But not, you know, not by, it is not that much of a difference, just a small amount, but I did think about that. So I decided if that happens, that I would just increase the wholesale price.
Great, thank you.
Good. And Kimberly, just another question if we have some time. Where are you finding most success in terms of marketing and finding new customers?
Really, I find the most success in finding new customers is doing my own personal campaigning for my product. I do in-store demos at the locations that I'm in. I work with the email marketer, but mostly how I get my customer base is I hit the streets and I present the product. You know, like sometimes if I'm out shopping and I see a young lady or a family, you know, I go up and start talking to them about different products, especially if we're in the baby aisle. I'll go up and start talking with them about different products, and I'll say, you know what, I have a great product for you, and they'll say, what is it? I'll say, it's my product, Epic Infants, and we're available here, we're available there. I'll give them the locations, and I tell them I also deliver. So in case you're not near any of those stores, call me at this number and I will bring the product to you.
Terrific. Thank you. That takes a lot of time and dedication, so I appreciate that.
I really have a genuine, seriously, I have a genuine heart for people, and I absolutely love my customers. So it's probably not too much that I wouldn't do for them. You know, I mean, I'm being honest right now. I have a love for people and a passion to help others. That's why getting this product out into the communities where it's needed, and making it accessible to them is very, very important to me. And I use every channel that I can, even in my own neighborhood. You know, sometimes I go door to door, you know, and I may see a young lady and I may have like a few sample packs, or I may see a family and I'll go, hey, you know, try this. You'll like it. You know, dad can use it, because some of my first customers were actually men. I thought that was very odd, but they were actually men. And they told me that they used the product to groom their beard, and they were also truckers. So they kept the product in their trucks. That was before I sold to one mom or one family. I sold to these truckers, and that just really like tripped me out.
Sounds like you have another market.
I do. That's, you know, I when I'm talking about my product, and especially when I'm doing in-store demos, I always say the family-friendly wipe, and you get more clean with less wipe. You know, I always say that, and that kind of makes them laugh. And I'll say, well, look at here, Dad, let me just make your beard nice and soft. So, you know, I make it a whole gimmick.
All right. Well, that is all the time that we have, Kimberly. So let's see. Go epic or go home, and more clean, less wipe. Those I think sum it up. And we can definitely tell your love for people. So well done. We're going to let you go back to the Zoom room. Thank you for rounding us out so strong this evening. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.
All right. So there you have it, judges. That is all of our pitches for the evening. So now you all have the rather difficult, I think, task of deciding who's going to get the prize money this evening. And we're going to let you go do that. So we are going to let you go, and you can make your way over to that top secret Teams meeting that you all received a link for to begin your deliberation. So judges, on behalf of Michigan Women Forward, thank you so much for the work that you've done already, reviewing those business plans. You've given feedback and comments that we're going to share later with the finalists, because we want this to be a learning opportunity. And just all of your really thoughtful questions and feedback this evening during the pitches are very much appreciated. So thank you again. And we won't see you back here, but we appreciate all of your work this evening and wish you luck in your deliberations. So thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll let them get to it. Well, Gabe, here we are again, another round of pitches. What'd you think?
They're so great. I mean, I feel like they just continually are so impressive with how put together everything is, how creative everyone is.
Yeah.
Where a lot of the times I see so many that I think, you know, that is a great product. Like, why didn't anyone think of that before this? And it just fits so well.
Yeah, I would agree. And I have to, we do have to give a shout out, say thank you to Barbara Bolt with Bolt Global, because she was the one who facilitated the pitch workshops that the participants were involved with last month in February, even though we're already coming up to the end of March, which is crazy. But so they did those pitch workshops last month, and they worked really hard in those workshops. But then since then, to really hone in those pitches, you know, get them under the 3 minutes, you know, with their slides. Many of them use slides, just did such a great job. So Gabe, now is the time that everybody, I feel like, just so looks forward to, other than, of course, when we announce the winners later, but everybody gets really excited about the audience choice vote, right? So here is what we are going to do. I have a QR code that I'm going to go ahead and put up on the screen. Are you ready? There we go. There's our QR code. So go ahead if you are watching and want to submit your audience choice vote. This week I'm on this side, finally. Okay, so go ahead and take out your phone. I'm going to do it with you just to make sure everybody has enough time here. Okay, pull out your phone, get your camera option out. Hover over the QR code, click that link. It should take you to a page that says Woman Up and Pitch, Southeast Michigan audience favorite ballot. I gotta stay over here so you can see me. So who should get the $1,000 audience choice award? You just have to enter your email and then make your selection out of the 9 finalists this evening who you would like to win that. Make sure you hit the big pink submit form button at the bottom. We want it to count, okay? So go ahead and do that. Julia, who is our marketing marketing and communications specialist. She has been the Michigan Women Forward poster all over the comments section this evening. She is going to go ahead and post the link. Oh, she already did. Great. So you have two ways to do this. You can do the QR code or you can use the link in the comment section. So Julia, thank you so much. By the way, she has been posting all of the finalists' websites, their social media links, so that you all can continue to support our finalists by, buying their product, supporting their business, following them, do whatever it is that is going to help support them, in addition to being here this evening and voting for someone to get that $1,000 prize. Now, can someone who is winning first, second, or third place get that $1,000 prize? Yes, they can. Somebody could potentially walk away with $11,000 tonight if they win first place and the audience choice. It's happened before. I'm just saying. Okay. Yes, it is hard to pick one, Marnie. I agree. Also, Marnie, thank you for joining us this evening. Good to have you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this QR code up to the corner so it doesn't totally go away, but I'm going to take away the big one. There we go. Now I don't have to lean awkwardly. Gabe, you are so you split your time between our development team. So you do the fundraising, the special events, and then you also split your time with our entrepreneurship initiative. And so you also help us out with micro lending and the pitch competition, some other things. Right now, though, I just want to quickly touch on something that is coming up in the development world in May, which will be here before we know it. Tell us a little bit about the Southeast Michigan WomanUp and Celebrate event that will be happening again, just in a month, a little over a month now. Tell us about it.
Yeah, just a little over a month. It's going to be on a Wednesday, May 7th. It'll be from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Huntington Place in Detroit. So it's going to be a beautiful venue. We've had it there before and it's lovely. We're going to have about 7 incredible women leaders, as well as a bunch of different huge faces in the Michigan Southeast community who are going to be there. And it's going to be a wonderful night.
Awesome. All right. Where can people go to find out more information about that?
You can go to miwf.org and you'll be able to see on one of the banners there our 2025 Woman Up and Celebrate Southeast Michigan page, where you can buy tickets directly.
Okay, awesome. Well, Gabe, thank you so much. You did another fabulous job.
My pleasure.
Timekeeping this evening. We so appreciate it. And so I'll see you back next week, 1 week from today, for the Bay City region competition. They just keep coming, but it's so much fun. So thank you, Gabe. We appreciate it. And we'll let you go for the evening. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so continue to cast your vote for your favorite in the audience choice vote. All right. While you're doing that, and I'll give you probably just a few more minutes, okay? So a few more minutes to do that. None of this would be possible without our sponsor, Consumers Energy Foundation. We are so thankful for their support. I'm going to have all of us watch this video together before we bring in Lauren Royston. So go ahead and watch this.
When you think about caring for your community, what comes to mind? Maybe it's improving education or encouraging workforce development, fighting hunger or eliminating homelessness, preserving the environment, or supporting the arts. Consumers Energy has been giving back to Michigan for well over a century, and since 1990, we have been helping local communities grow and thrive through the Consumers Energy Foundation. Last year, Consumers Energy, our charitable foundation, employees and retirees gave over $15 million to Michigan nonprofit organizations. We're investing in what's most important to Michigan, its people, our planet, and Michigan's prosperity. The Consumers Energy Foundation is committed to ensuring all Michigan residents thrive economically and have access to world-class educational resources. We're focused on creating grants that protect and strengthen the health and sustainability of our state's land, water, and air. And we're dedicated to ensuring Michigan's businesses and communities are growing with world-class resources. For more information on how the Consumers Energy Foundation is caring for our communities, visit consumersenergy.com/foundation.
And here with us this evening is Lauren Royston, Senior Community Affairs Manager in Oakland County, to say a few words. Well, welcome, Lauren. Did you enjoy listening to all those pitches this evening?
I did. All I can say is wow. I mean, the work that each of those participants put into their business and into their pitch, I am wow.
Yeah, agreed. So, Lauren, you have a few words for us this evening on behalf of Consumers Energy.
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you so much. I am so excited to be here with you all this evening, just to see how the support that Consumers Energy Foundation has provided to Michigan Women Forward, you see how that's been brought to life. I mean, and I know that tonight is the culmination of many efforts over the course of several months. So I truly admire the courage and hard work of the finalists who have identified a need, started, and grown their small businesses. Every story, every pitch was so compelling and very well executed. So at Consumers Energy, we are dedicated to ensuring that Michigan businesses and communities are growing and thriving. And so this includes creating opportunities for our entrepreneurs who bring critical new ideas to the table, especially like those that we've seen tonight. And so I'll say that Consumers Energy Foundation is proud of our longstanding support of Michigan Women Forward. You know, over the years, we have contributed over $2 million to MWF, primarily supporting WomanUp and the pitch competition and other vital programming. So our support to Michigan Women Forward is a part of our broader commitment to Michigan's women entrepreneurs and small businesses across the entire state. So we believe in the power of women-led businesses to drive innovation and economic growth. So I just want to extend a thank you to all the finalists for sharing your vision and plans for your growth. Your hard work, your preparation for this event will undoubtedly take you very, very far. You're making significant difference in positioning our state for a prosperous future. So congratulations to you all. We look forward to seeing your continued success.
Wow, that's a lot of support from Consumers Energy Foundation over the years, and we so appreciate it because I've been around for many of these pitch competitions, and every year it is just so wonderful to see the work, as you said, that goes into it, to hear the outcome of that in the pitches and see the business plans, and just to see the winners get so excited. And none of that would be possible without you all, Consumers Energy Foundation. So thank you, Lauren, for being here with us this evening. I'm going to go ahead and let you go right now, but we're going to bring you back just a little bit later to make those winners announcements. So we'll see you back in just a few. All right. All right. So again, Lauren Royston with Consumers Energy. All right. So this is your final moment to vote. Use the QR code up in the corner. You just have like a few seconds left. And Julia said it's really close. So, okay. Next, we're going to hear a little bit more about Michigan Women Forward from our Director of Lending, Tamara Jackson-Gatewood. And you might be like, she's here, there, everywhere. She's actually in the judges' deliberation meeting right now. And no, she cannot be in two places at once, though she is pretty awesome. So I do have a video for us to watch while Tamara tells us just a little bit more about MWF. So let's watch.
There are 4 ways to build generational wealth. You've got home ownership, insurance, and or investments. Some of us might be lucky to get an inheritance or owning a business to pass down to the next generation. So here at Michigan Women Forward, our goal is to help Michigan entrepreneurs get the capital they need to help their small businesses thrive, create generational wealth, and invest in their communities. Our loans can be used for startup costs, inventory, equipment, marketing, rent, and payroll. And our standard statewide small business microloan offers capital loans anywhere from $2,500 up to $50,000 to Michigan small businesses. In addition, we offer lending options based on geographic region that partners with organizations in those respective areas. And we also offer pre and post loan technical assistance with a team of trained business consultant experts to assist in the various stages of the business cycle before, during, and after funding. In addition to lending, we are a network and engagement machine, and we care. This organization, named Michigan Women's Foundation at its founding, became the only public statewide foundation dedicated to championing the economic prospects and professional accomplishments of Michigan women. Since our founding, we have worked with our corporate and foundation partners to make Michigan a state where women feel empowered to pursue their passions and have equal opportunity to succeed in those pursuits. Over the years of working to improve the lives of Michigan women, we realized that many women dreamed of achieving financial independence through entrepreneurship. They wanted to build their own small business, but didn't have the resources, knowledge, or capital to get started. And this set the course for us to become a certified CDFI, Community Development Financial Institution, which allows us to provide capital funding to small businesses to help promote economic growth and investment in Michigan neighborhoods. As a CDFI lender, we help fill that gap for entrepreneurs who aspire to run a successful small business, build generational wealth, and invest in their communities. As a result, Michigan Women Forward has heightened its mission. We expand possibilities through our celebrations and recognition of female leaders and trailblazers. We invest in the dreams of entrepreneurs, and we create opportunities for all. And this work does have positive ripples, because when we inspire women and invest in entrepreneurs, we transform our culture and our state. And we don't just move Michigan women forward, we move Michigan forward.
Could not have said that better. Oh, sorry, that's not supposed to be up there. There we go. Could not have said that better, Tamara. Thank you. So we love to hear from our previous winners. That is something that we like to do during these pitch competitions. And so I was able to sit down with one of our previous winners from last year. Her name is Shayla Jensen with Scarlet Crane. And so she was in the Southeast competition, just like so many other finalists. And I always enjoy just hearing, like a year removed, okay, tell me a little bit more, like what were you going through? What was it like for you? So I really enjoy doing this, even with some of our previous finalists every year. And so we have a winner update from Shayla Johnson. So let's watch. All right, Shayla Johnson. With Scarlet Crane, winner of one of the winners of the 2024 WomanUp and Pitch Southeast Michigan competition. Shayla, tell us a little bit more about your business. What is it? What do you do? How'd you get started?
Yes, I am a designer and printer of sustainable textiles. And essentially, I print all of my illustrations and artwork onto the fabrics and create this line of home decor and accessories that we have available in different stores around the city and around the nation. And so that's my bread and butter. We started with the tea towels that feature the Detroit landmarks in a really elegant way, and they continue to be our top seller.
Okay, great. So thinking back, and this was like more than a year ago, because the actual pitch competition we're coming up on a year ago, but then when you actually applied was even before that. Okay, so I'm asking you to go back there a little bit of ways. How did you hear about the pitch competition initially? What made you decide, yeah, I want to apply and try this out?
Wow. I found out about the competition through a friend. They told me about it, and, I was thinking how wonderful of an opportunity that is, and how unique it is to focus on women businesses. And so I just decided to go for it. I was still at that time a fledgling, just starting out. So it was great because I got to really polish my offerings and how I communicate.
Okay, so once you were named a finalist for the Southeast competition, so you apply, your concept paper goes through a review stage, and then we contact you to let you know that you are going to be competing. Mm-hmm. So once you hear this, take us through a little bit the process of what you did to prepare. And I'll just preface that by, once you find out you're a finalist, then you are paired with a coach. you're working on a business plan, you're doing a pitch workshop, you're working on that 3-minute pitch, doing a practice pitch, and all of this is to gear up for the actual competition.
Right.
What was that process like for you?
It was amazing. Honestly, I was a little nervous because I wanted to devote time and energy and like really be focused because the coaches were just so amazing. My coach was amazing. And the training around storytelling, I found just really interesting, but just understanding the way to lay it out and how critical that is. So honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but once I got into it and we got in a rhythm with my coach and meeting on a regular basis, it was just a wonderful value add in terms of like really getting it down to 3 minutes, but still being informative and effective.
One thing that we kind of stress on is prize money is great, and yeah, everyone wants to win, and it does help, to further business. At the same time, so do a lot of those connections that you're making, whether that's with a coach or other finalists, in your pitch workshops and when you're working with them to put the pitch together and all of that. So I love hearing that you felt like the connection was valuable as well.
Yeah, I encourage other women to apply that I know, around the city. And I tell them, I call it a boot camp. I mean, but in the most amazing way. Like you're really forced to take a close look at, what you're doing and how you're coming across to the outside world. And so I don't know if I would have really done that otherwise.
You won $10,000 the night of the pitch competition. Take me back to that night, again, almost a year ago. And you're all, people can't see you, but you are in what we call backstage in StreamYard, just waiting to hear the winners announced. And so we kind of go through, and all of a sudden we get to first place. You hear your name called. We pull you into the stream for your reaction. Like, what was your thought in that moment?
Honestly, it was surreal. I have to be honest. I didn't think I was anywhere close to being in the top, 5, pitches, because the women were just amazing. The businesses that pitched before me and after me, I was able to observe a few of them, and I was just so impressed. I said, well, let me just get ready to make my dinner. I'll, be excited for them.
Okay, $10,000. What did you do with the prize money over the last year?
Yeah, I was able to put that towards securing the building that we just closed on and the Rosedale Park neighborhood in Detroit. And it was perfect to get, everything squared away with our inspections and all of that. And just super helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have this building. What other growth have you seen in your business throughout this past year? And then to add on to that, what are your future plans for Scarlet Crane?
So yeah, I have grown some of my wholesale reach, and we got in 2 other stores, but also I was able to take a course around marketing to really help me build relationships with influencers. So that's really my focus this year, making sure that we pitch to influencers on a regular basis and just help people understand how to use some of the products. People don't know what to do with a tea towel sometimes. So it's helpful to get that out there and have other people explain it instead of me. So relationships and marketing is what we were able to grow a little bit last year, and we'll continue that this year.
Okay, so what advice would you give to someone who's either thinking about applying for this or who is going through, like, in the thick of the pitch process in preparing themselves for the competition?
I would say keep going, because it's easy to feel like, oh, I've done this. Some people are more experienced than others, but you can feel like you're spinning your wheels sometimes. And it really is worth it to go over that pitch. Even up until the last day or the pitch day, I noticed some things. And if it weren't for me just continuing that process, I wouldn't have been as polished and, catching those details. So.
I once heard someone say, when you get to the point where you're just like sick of hearing it, you've repeated yourself so much that you're just sick of hearing it. That's when you're starting to actually like break through to people. And that's when people are starting to listen to you. Like that's how many times we need to hear things.
This is true. This is true.
So, yeah.
So I just am grateful for the way you all laid it out for us, and allowing it to, be somewhat flexible and for someone's schedule, even a busy person. It just works. So
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. That's great feedback. Well, those never get old, let me tell you. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and welcome back into our feed Tamara Jackson Gatewood, Director of Blending at Michigan Women Forward, and Lauren Royston with Consumers Energy. Okay, so here we are, the time of the evening that everybody waits for, pins and needles, and it's just so excited. First of all, Lauren, we got your reaction a little bit earlier. Tamara, what did you think of the pitches this evening?
Oh, man. I mean, talk about never gets old. These ladies just blew me away. And coming from a space where, you read the plans all the time, you hear the startups all the time. I mean, they have really worked their tails off to allow their vision to shine through. It's almost as if we're right there with them. So congratulations to all of them. They're doing a phenomenal job.
All right. Couldn't agree more. Well, hey, exciting news. Before we get into first, second, and third place, our audience choice winner was actually in the startup category. How about that? Okay, so we get to announce that one first. All right. So let's go ahead and
all right.
I'll let you do that one first. I'm going to take myself out and then just go right into third place for startup. All right.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so thanks a lot, Ellie. So let's first start by saying congratulations to our audience choice winner, Emos, Shallow Booth of Emos. Congratulations. Woo-hoo!
Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, I want to cry.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Everybody was so inspired by you. So very cool. All right, well, let's keep going. Why don't we now let's congratulate our third place winner in our startup category, the Calm Cube. Woo!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Very cool. Congratulations, young lady. All right, here we go. Second place, $5,000 winner goes to Integrate EG. Yeah. Congratulations. Yay, congratulations, Jennifer. Beautiful, beautiful job. And our first place winner in our startup category, here we go, Emos. Congratulations. Shutting it down, Shella. Good job. Good job. Congratulations. Very cool.
Words are not coming to my brain right now. It really takes a village, and I'm just like, oh wow. I am so proud of everyone that has been on my team, and this really means the most for my community because that's what it's about at the end of the day. And I'm just really grateful.
Yeah. Well, we believe in you, and so does this large crowd. Congratulations again. Man, this never gets old. All right. Here we are.
Does not. Okay, so we have to give a moment for our established finalists to make their way into our platform here. And so we actually have a video from one of our loan clients that we're going to hear from. So I'm excited about this one. I've been to this venue before. So we're going to hear from Betsy Murdoch. Watch this.
My name is Betsy Murdoch. I am the co-owner and managing partner of the Congregation Detroit. The Congregation Detroit is a cafe and bar. We've renovated a former church. We started back in 2016, and then we opened our doors in March of 2020. The idea kind of was conceptualized based on my past experience in food and beverage, specifically coffee, and what we wish we had in the neighborhood. We're just outside of historic Boston Edison, which is home to over 900 homes, one of the largest historic neighborhoods in the country. Our focus was on our community. Just the name itself, the congregation, not only is it a play on the church theme, but a gathering place, a place for people to get together and meet each other. When we started our business, we didn't anticipate opening 2 weeks before a major pandemic. And so MWF was there to support us, not just financially, but they were always checking in on us to make sure that we were doing okay. And it wasn't until year 2 when we really started to feel a little bit more normal and start to get a good flow of revenue. And now we feel so successful that we're able to put forth effort in opening a second restaurant in our community that we think will be very beneficial, and MWF has been there along the entire way. If you're interested in starting a business, just do it. It's going to be scary. It's going to be heartfelt and frustrating, but you have a support system, and MWF is really going to make sure that you have that strong support system and any resource that you need to make sure that you're successful. When you support Michigan Women Forward, you support business owners like me.
Yes, and so as Tamara talked about earlier, we do have a microlending program here. So if you're interested, make sure you check out our website, miwf.org, for more info. Also, just give me a little bit of a personal privilege here. I need to make a couple of thank yous before we sign off for the evening. So to just make everyone wait just a little bit longer, I do have to say thank you to some people from MWF who you have not seen behind the scenes this evening. One of those is Tanisha Greer, and she's our business development manager, and she has been the fabulous host in the separate Zoom room, which is our green room all the finalists hang out in unless they're pitching. So Tanisha, thank you so much for the wonderful work that you do week in and week out with these pitch competitions. Couldn't do it without you. And same with Kenneth Anani. We are so thankful to have you as our scorekeeper. He is just tracking all of those scores from the judges and really helps in the judges' deliberation. So thank you, Kenneth. And of course, Julia Elliott, who is our marketing and communication specialist, and she's been in the comment section the entire time and does so much wonderful marketing and promotional work for us. So thank you so much to all of those individuals this evening. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Tamara and Lauren for the rest of the winners' announcements.
All right, here we are. Established category. Lauren, are we ready to announce the $2,500 winner? All right, here we go. GVGT, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. Best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Up next, our $5,000 winner goes to, I'm gonna hold this out a second. All right, here we go. Core LP. Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you so much. Best wishes to you. All right, here we are. First place winner in the established category, Agro Diva. Congratulations. Look at this queen. Great. All right.
And a dance.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations. All right. Once again, everyone, we just thank everyone for just continuing to support all these great entrepreneurs. All these entrepreneurs are working so hard for our local communities, our neighborhoods, our economies locally. So every dollar we spend in their areas just helps our cities so much, our neighborhoods, our zip codes so much. Thank you all for watching. And thank you again to our sponsors, Consumers Energy Foundation. If you enjoyed tonight, be sure to tune in at the same time next Thursday, April 3rd, for our Bay City Region competition. Good night, everyone, and thank you.